Hello and welcome. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going all the way back to the very beginning, to the first, most important building block of all mathematics. Yep, you guessed it. We're holding a masterclass on a skill you think you already know, the art of counting. Okay, let's dive right in.
Now to really get this, I want you to put on your imagination caps. Let's pretend we're in a classroom, just learning this for the very first time. We're going to start with a simple warm-up, just to get our brains focused and ready to go. So yeah, before we break down the secret sauce of how counting really works, let's just get our minds in the right space. I mean, let's be honest, counting seems automatic for us now, right? It feels as natural as breathing. But have you ever really stopped to think about what's going on? What's the leap our brains have to make to go from just saying numbers to actually correctly counting a pile of things? Well, it turns out it all comes down to one single golden rule. I mean it. This one powerful idea unlocks everything else in math. And that rule is simply this: one object gets one number. Okay, so there's a fancy name for this, and it's called one-to-one correspondence. All it means is that for every single thing you're counting, it gets one number and only one number. No skips, no repeats. Getting this down? That's everything.
You know, there's a really great way to think about this. Imagine you have a bunch of blocks and a bunch of cookies. Counting is like giving each block its own personal cookie. To get it right, every single block needs a cookie, you can't let any go hungry, and no block gets two. It's a perfect one-to-one match. But even with our golden cookie rule, it's super easy to fall into a few common traps, especially when you're just learning. So let's take a look at what can go wrong, because that's how we learn to get it right.
Probably the biggest trap is getting rote counting mixed up with real counting, which is called enumeration. See, rote counting is just singing the song, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've memorized the order. But enumeration? That's the actual skill of applying those numbers to a real group of objects to figure out how many there are.
And this confusion leads to these classic mistakes. You know, sometimes our fingers move too fast and we skip an object entirely. Or we lose our place and accidentally count the same one twice. And then there's this really tricky one, not getting that the last number you say is the answer. It's the grand total for the whole group.
Okay, so theory is great, but the best way to make this stuff stick is to actually do it. So let's walk through a little counting exercise together.
And we're going to make it fun. Let's be counting detectives. Our top secret mission is to investigate these stars and uncover their secret number. It's all about focus and careful observation. And every good detective has a strategy. Here's ours, and it's a game changer. Step 1. You physically touch the shape. Step 2. As you touch it, you say the number out loud. This simple little trick connects your sense of touch to the sound of your voice, creating a super strong connection in your brain. It makes it so much harder to skip one or count one twice.
Ready to try it? Let's apply our detective strategy right now. We're going to count these stars out loud together. Here we go. 1, 2.
And there we have it. The last number we said was 2. So that's our answer. Mission accomplished, detectives. There are 2 stars. All right, let's zoom out for a second. Because what we just did, that simple act of touching and counting, it's not just a kid's game. This is the absolute, undisputed foundation of all of mathematics.
So why? Why do we care so much about this one simple rule? Why does one-to-one correspondence matter so much?
Because without it, nothing else in math works. It just falls apart. You can't add or subtract if you can't make accurate groups to begin with. You can't understand what a 10 or 100 even means. Every single complex math idea, I mean all of them, is built squarely on top of this one fundamental skill.
So, the next time you see a child carefully touching each block as they count, remember what you're really watching. You're not just watching them count to 5, you're watching them lay the first, most critical stone on a path that could one day lead all the way to calculus and way beyond.